reminds me of the good old Dota days. But but Heroic has like more answers. Heroic has more ways to play the game. What is happening?
I don't know. I don't see anything wrong currently. Let's see. Leostal on the Magnus mid, so that was definitely the plan all along. Frank on the Dawn off lane, and Mars is a hero I haven't seen quite too often. Mars laning up against a PA plus Ogre. Obviously, Ogre level 1 doesn't do anything because he's got the learning curve. He dumb. But once he hits that level 2, and it's really obnoxious, the ignite spam the entire time.
Yeah, well, it also it cuts blink daggers, which is what you want to do against the Mars, against Dragon Knight. And it has insane range as well. Let's see what they do here. I think I have a small bug on the Dota client, so I'm just going to re-log in.
Okay. Schofield walking out. Kataro hits him with the slow dagger. There's going to be a shock wave. Schofield dropping low. And might be first blooded. Goes to Kataro. Gets first blood secured. Whisper does scoop up the bounty rune in the meantime, meaning it's going to be 3 bounties for Heroic and the singular one for Fusion, even though they did get first blood secured on Le PA, who's sending out the Blightstone immediately.
Okay, yeah, I do have a kind of bug where when I click on a hero, I see the player's the player's point of view instead of the whole map. But I'll just watch the green feed.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
I have no issues whatsoever, so that's yay.
Yay, yay you. Okay, I was wondering why they didn't pause at the beginning. Now we know. It was just delayed. Okay, then.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they get that first kill secured and then they pause. See. Mars. It's also an interesting hero because a lot of Marses go for like Blink Dagger Yules these days. And then try and get a quick timing on Refresher Orb with the double arena combo.
Yeah, and you might also want to get like a BKB before that, but here you are against reverse polarity, so it doesn't really matter as much. Well, watch out mid.
Yeah, a bit of a duel there. Analog dropping very low. We saw it in the previous series as well on the Earthshaker, where he struggled in terms of HP, but then dominated in terms of farm. And Leostal, he does go for Shockwave Skewer levels instead of Empower, but it does also put Analog in a rough spot where he needs to be very careful not to get dragged underneath the opponent's tower.
Let's talk a little bit about the lanes. Once I look to Dota. Okay, Dawnbreaker. Yeah, Dawnbreaker's getting it.
Nah, Frank can't secure the kill there. Michel healed up again as well. But yeah, talking about the lane, Schofield's going to get taken down by the neutrals in the top lane. You wanted to say, kind sir?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the lanes. This Kotar is going to be not as comfortable playing against this Lion and Mars, but well, once I was seeing it, Schofield just dies on the neutral creeps, and right now on our mid lane matchup, Earthshaker is just living his best life by denying, and once again they are just making sure he has his bottle filled up. They really take care of the Analog once he's playing Earthshaker, because it's really easy to fall behind with Earthshaker mid lane. He really needs those levels. Oh, watch out.
And the Assault tries to drag him back, but a nice timing on the Enchanto to make sure he will not get dragged back underneath the opponent's tower.
There you go.
Yeah, these offlaners are both not getting the best amount of last hits compared to their safe lane or opponents. Are these offlanes both harder to play or not?
By that you mean are they harder as heroes or just the matchup that they're there against? Because with
Um, Matchup.
the matchup, well, yeah, when in terms of Frank, you are against a Dragonite, so it's really hard to go on him. You really want to play aggressive as a Dawnbreaker, because you can really farm as fast if you're not getting any stacks. Oh, meanwhile, in top lane, Schofield dies once again. Kotaro really low. Yeah.
Yeah, Whisper
Uh,
does have a level 2 Spear of Mars, but the PA will be able to heal up enough to counteract it. Lion is not the greatest laning hero. I mean, he has a point in Hex as well with the Earth Spike, so he doesn't even have mana drain in the lane, meaning he's not really that useful unless you go for kills.
yeah, you don't really have the damage output to kill at level 2 or level 3, especially because Phantom Assassin can just, blink
Jump
away.
away.
Yeah. Okay, finally fixed this.
Kataro.
What I really like here from Heroic is that once Yuma gets
Oh,
level
analog
6,
mid.
oh,
He did get dragged underneath the tower. Took a lot of damage there from Leostal, but will be still just fine. Sorry, you were saying.
yeah, the once Yuma gets level 6, they can just go and bulldoze the towers because there's not much of a defense going on for tier 1 towers for the fusion. I mean, all they can do is like try to spam Shockwave and see if they can just clear the creep wave, but Chen is going to have a couple of more creeps to, make the map smaller for fusion. You really want to keep Phantom Assassin from farming and from having space as much as possible, mainly because he's the only damage dealer on fusion.
Yeah, he of course does have a pretty good start. Not as good as the last series Yuma had on the PA, but still not too shabby considering he is 101 and having a lot of solid last hits in the top lane. In the meantime, towards mid, dive underneath. Schofield is going to get taken down. Facial block by Analog. Wants to walk in and do some
Ooh,
damage. Blocks himself by accident there with the fissure. And will not be able to get what he requires as he will still continue to farm. Gets the bottle refill again from Schofield, who will
yeah.
immediately walk in to try and secure the rune. It is a bottom lane rune invis for Leostal, though. He's level 6 now as well, so he has RP at the ready, but they're going to blow up Prada in the meantime and just walk it off. It's Analog.
Right. There, well, Curse are being killed. Dragonite just diving. He doesn't really care. Frank doing the best play he can. Just go for the Chen. When in doubt. Okay, Magnus is coming here. We do have a reverse
Yeah,
polarity
going in
option
for
here.
the fight. Yuma on the run. They did in the meantime kill Kotaro towards top. Yuma DK goes for the TP out. And just... Oh, actually gets killed off by Michel with the dead shot. I thought he might have actually just been able to... He lost a lot of HP in that last hit coming through. It's experience rune time, and it looks like it's going to be a double XP rune as well for Fusion. So not a bad start for them, even though they did just lose Kotaro topside. The double
Yeah,
wisdom is huge because Ogre is almost level 5, which essentially for him means he's level 6.
indeed, and also Lion doesn't have it's level 3, so he's really struggling. He doesn't really have a point on mana drain either, so he can be a nuisance in lane. He also doesn't have like a tranquil boot, so he just needs to start leeching from his course, which is not the best play or the play you want to do in any situation.
Yeah, you don't want to steal that experience away from them, but the other option is you have to go for fights. He is making some big stacks happen, which Honestly, like obviously DK can clear it pretty nicely with the Worm's Wrath, but you could also just let the Earthshaker echo it to get his blink immediately.
Yeah, and also get those sweet experience points that he so desperately needs. We're closing out to 10 minutes and he's level 3 still. Oh, but there's no Echo Slam available for Shaker.
Yeah, he is going to be able to clear it up with the Enchant Totem spam as well. So, yeah. Boom, baby. God, that Slugger facet's nuts. It
There you
does give
go.
beautiful visuals, but that's also the experience that Schofield needed. He's still a little bit off of getting the finger. Does have mana drain available
Oh,
right now.
Yuma?
Jump in onto Yuma bottom lane. Rotates, come out with the Mars. Is he there in time? Drops the arena. Yuma is dead though. 4-man caught inside the arena. Schofield's joining the fun. They will lose
Nice.
Michel. Can they get more? Kataro is trying to disengage. Analog has Echo at the ready. Leosal with the RP. There's still the Echo. Drops it onto the PA. And Frank comes out with the heal bomb. It's not going to keep Kotaro alive, but they will find Analog, and Whisper being the third one to most likely die. Skewer from Leostal, but a great Earth Spike in response from Schofield. Is he going to be able to get away? TP comes back from the DK of Yuma.
He can
He's
clean.
still not level 6. Very close to it, though, but Schofield is dead. Prada finished off next, going for Whisper as a target here. Frank does have mana available back again. Michel walks through, is going to go for KJ.
It's
Chen
taking
gets
forever.
skewered to the side. And the DK of Yuma, he doesn't have, no one has a TP available in this team. No, they know no one can help him because everyone already TP'd into the fight. So they could just go for this DK, get him a second time. Probably, possibly, Shockwave, Skewer, kill secured, big fight. And that is disaster for Heroic.
Yeah, it was a team fight that felt that it was going to last forever, and like you said, they just took the hard carry twice. That is not where you want to be, especially what we saw on the last series. When you give Phantom Assassin a good advantage or an easy lane, you're not going to be happy in the next 10 minutes. He's close-ish to the Battle Fury. He's still farming towards it. It's not like that huge timing we saw in the last game, and this Dawnbreaker is dead.
Yeah, Frank behind enemy lines will get caught going for the Ag's first item top side. They're looking for Whisper, but he does have the arena, so he should be just fine.
Yeah, that was also a kill streak from Frank going to analog.
Analog, who is almost done with the Blink Dagger because of it.
That's a huge timing, actually. 11 minutes?
Yeah,
That's
he's top
pretty
net
good.
worth at the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Magnus should be having his blink dagger as well. Yeah, it's just flying towards him. Now it's the first blink of the game. First blink play. See if you can catch a core hero. They might be able to find analog. No, they're looking for the DK.
Yeah, but they won't be able to find anyone just yet. DK walking out.
There he is.
Oh, gets broken though,
Ooh, high
and
ground.
Yuma spots them, so he'll be able to get away. Smoke from Heroic. They want to reveal their Blink Dagger onto Analog as well. The Estelle walking about with the illusions jump in, but the
Ooh.
instant echo from Analog. My lord, Leostel gets blown up with the finger as well. Frank on the disengage, trying to get to the low ground, but is going to get speared right back. And that was nuts how fast Analog was there. That was instant with the Blink
Yeah,
Echo.
yeah, that was way too fast. A beautiful reaction out of the Earthshaker. This is well. He's still second on net worth. Kotaro is now positioned as the first in the net worth table. Yuma is a little bit falling behind in terms of farm. He did die twice on bottom lane, and now he is going for the Armlet of Morrigan build. Okay, so he wants to be a little bit more tanky, maybe fight a little bit earlier with his team.
Yeah, it does have some nice ancient stacks that he can still clear, but needs to have Worm's Wrath maximum and probably his armlet already available to be able to do that. And also be careful that Kataro doesn't steal it, because Kataro, I think he has his Battle Fury pieces done.
Yeah, he should. It's a pretty
Yeah,
decent timing. They're
13
okay.
minutes
We
is a very good timing.
and we are like we're looking at stacks here. We were saying that in the past two series we didn't see many stacks being done, but this is the classic game of Dota. The stacks are a thing here, and Kotaro really wants to flush farm, get his two items, which normally would be Battle Fury and Deso, but Deso isn't much of an item anymore. So he's just going for the thing in Yasha as the next item.
It is always a pretty solid one to have against those heavy, lengthy stuns from the heroic side. And the tankiness keeps him alive most of the time. Yuma, after clearing that big stack, still bottom of the cores, which isn't great for him, but not the worst of positions, as most of the cores are very close to each other in net worth. And DK is also a hero that, he's pretty weak until he at one point gets his, like, Daedalus as his fourth item, and then he just two-shots the enemy team.
Yeah, and well, in this particular game, he's going to be in the MKB or the Silver Edge, as you mentioned. Dawnbreaker.
Frank will be taken down. Kill goes to Analog. No finger coming out from Schofield. Could have gotten another finger of death kill charge, but made sure that Analog got the money.
Oh, this is painful to watch for Chen. He just lost all his creeps on the mid lane. Not many towers being pushed though. I believe only the tier 1 bottom for Radiant has fallen. And Radiant are the ones who could, push earlier with Chen, with Dragonite. But as we said, as we are seeing, Dragonite is not really having the best time right now. Sick? What do you say? 180? I suppose that's ping.
That or he means 3 minutes.
Well, he does have 10 minutes.
So then it doesn't matter if he wastes 3 and then comes back.
Yeah.
But
That's why
Kitaro is
you only
having a
give half.
pretty solid time. And they don't really have a good lineup to chase him. Like, they have Blink Daggers, which are nice, but it does put you behind enemy lines, and if you don't one-shot him, you're going to have to deal with Solar Guardian. He's got 2 pieces of his Aghanim Scepter. Once he's got it completed, yeah, you're not going to kill anyone when his Solar Guardian's up.
Yeah, and Calambre. Cramp.
From playing
Okay.
Dota for so much. I'm cramping.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe he's just very stressed when he plays competitive games and he just tense up a little bit.
Oh,
I'm,
that I can
I've,
understand.
yeah.
I've had that as well, where you play like a really sweaty game of Dota, and then afterwards you're like, nope, I'm done for the day. I'm completely beat. This was too hard.
Yeah, I need like 1 hour nap or, let's continue tomorrow because normally you play Dota at night. At least I do. Finally.
I play whenever I can, which is very problematic sometimes. Because sometimes I can't and I still play it. But, that's the
That's the thing
addiction in
about
all of
Dota.
us.
Indeed. You say, oh, okay, I have half an hour. I can play one game, and it's never half an hour. It's
Oh no! If I have half an hour, I play something else, because Dota, you can't play a game in half an hour.
well, an hour.
The drafting phase is already 10 minutes.
Yeah, at least an hour for a game, and then you think, yeah, it's only going to take an hour, and then it's a
And they pick
90-minute
techies,
game.
and you know it's over.
Indeed.
Game, though,
Man.
very close currently.
Yeah.
Frank's actually very farmed considering it feels like he's been caught a couple of times.
Yeah, he's been caught 3 times. But I think it's getting a little bit risky for Heroic because they're not doing anything about Kotaro. Like they are getting pickoffs, but not on Kotaro. They are not, pushing towers. They are not contesting stacks. They are also farming. Obviously, they're also getting net worth, but their hard carry is falling behind really fast. And well, Dragonite depends on the level 12 for the second Elite Dragon form, so he can splash and he can farm faster. But PA got a really nice Battle Fury timing, so he's just going to jump ahead in terms of net worth. And right now he is really close to the Sangen Yasha, and I would like to see Kotaro join the fight after he gets that Sangen Yasha to start putting Yuma farther behind.
I think the big thing for Heroic is Analog's Ags. That normally tends to be the moment where you want to go and take engagements, especially with the blink on the Mars now done. He's also got Shard on Mars. Next item, Yule Scepter, to be able to extend the fight or hold someone in place for longer. There is another pause. Yeah, I did see some server lag there.
Yeah, I did see a stutter. Okay, go try. We are really close to Magnus BKB. And I believe with that he is good to go. There's no one who can stop him in Heroic team. They also don't have the damage output to just burst him down. At least not for now. Only if he gets if he's in a crowded place and he gets ulted by the Earthshaker.
Well, Don does have his Ags now finished up as well. They will lose Michel, so he's not going to pop his ult just yet. But a nice kill for Analog. Does have his Ags now to be delivered. Schofield actually has an interesting build for a line. Drums and Ghost Scepter.
Well, Drums gives you a little bit more stats, and Lion is a really squishy hero. Once he gets the level 15 talent and you have some, stacks, he's not as squishy, but he's really easy to burst, and you really don't want to be squishy against the Phantom Assassin. So, Analog?
Going in, okay. A little bit of a ras. Jump in deeper. Dawn ulti. There's a skewer. Leostyle RP onto 2. Chase for more. Leostyle got both. But those are also only 2 supports taken care of. Jump in from Kotaro. He's trying to go for Whisper. And Whisper is dropping low on the Mars. Taken down. Yuma's going to be another target. There's also the Empower buff onto the Phantom Assassin. He's pumping out damage. Echo Slam gets dropped by the Earthshaker. He needs to get out of there. Has the Enchant Totem, but this is 4 deaths. No kills secured for Heroic, and they will get smacked. Kotaro gets a double kill on the PA. 5k net worth advantage here, and yeah, they're just destroying them on the side of Fusion.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about like 5 minutes ago. They didn't do anything about the Phantom Assassin, and now he just got 2 items and started going in, started cleaving, started dealing the damage. Now with a couple of, with Empower Max as well, he's just dealing too much damage. Once he gets, he's not even going for a BKB. He's just straight going for a Satanic. And once he gets that, he's kind of unstoppable because the damage is not coming out of Heroic. Dragon Knight is going for a Sangen Yash and then a BKB. But like you said, he isn't really that scary until he gets a Daedalus. And it looks like it's not going to be a while until he gets that item.
Yeah, you're also up against an Ogre Magi with a Solar Crest plus Ignite, so you give those 2 buffs. Then you have the Dawn ulti with the healing and evasion on the enemy. Then you add an Empower buffs onto the PA. And later also Ogre will get the Aghanim, the Fire Shield from the Aghanim Shard. And this PA is just like, he's technically, it's pretty much a 4 protect 1 kind of a game that they're playing. But it's in a way that Dawn and Magnus will still be impactful. They can still scale as well.
Yeah,
I
like
like.
they get 1 or 2 items to cover their role, like the Aghanim Scepter on Dawnbreaker and the Blink Dagger on Magnus with the BKB, and then they can just do their own thing, be roaming around the map, making space from their own. They're going to get Roshan thanks to that amplified damage that Kotaro got, and he has a Reaver as well, so he's pretty tanky. Also, he's just doing a lot of damage, as you said. You know, blood loss, and power. Phantom Assassin is really scary right now. Wait, oof,
Woohoo!
he
Almost
almost.
took himself down there with a couple of pesky crits. Needs that satanic right now, otherwise he needs to be very careful. I mean, we've all seen the random PA one dagger suicide.
Yeah, and he's also playing with Methodical.
Yeah, I guess that's what everyone prefers. I mean, it is more guaranteed. It is guaranteed, which is probably better for pro players that you're not reliant on
RNG.
RNG. But RNGs can be such a nice monster, though. If you get lucky, and you get, it could be so horrible to play against.
Yeah, but you don't really want to leave. You want to take away everything from luck as you can if you're, playing for something. If you're playing on a
Normally,
pub, yeah,
yes,
whatever.
but I do miss the PA, Kanda crit BS build, just throwing a dagger and winning a fight with the triple stifling dagger. Now tripling stifling dagger feels meh.
It was really broken though, so
Yeah,
it was kind of
true.
game over.
I don't even know why I like that build. I don't even play core, so I just get
It's
blown
fun to
up
watch.
instantly.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I guess that's it.
That is true. It is very entertaining. Random crits happening. RNGesus. Yeah, I was always I loved Hearthstone, so RNGesus was a big thing. Top decks all over the place.
Oh, I played a lot of battlegrounds for in Hearthstone, but I didn't quite got into the game, like the card game itself. Leo trying to look for one little Schofield
Oh,
here.
he does get caught on Schofield. Yeah, he doesn't have a blink dagger or a force staff, so he can't really get away the moment they spot him.
Yeah, feels bad. King jungles with the mechans. I haven't really seen Chen do much in the beginning of the game, and right now he's just a healing factor, which I don't know if it really matters because PA bursts you with 1.3, 1.4k crits really fast.
Yeah, and power is nuts on the hero as well. Top side, Whisper trying to run away, but there's no escaping the Dawn, and they will get another kill onto Leostal, who's going Aetherland, so he's actually really not going for a core build.
Yeah, it's all about enabling your PA at this point.
Oh, you went Echo Saber. Never mind, he debated me.
He debated us. He went Echo
Yes.
Saber, but he is still in the quick wipe with the Etherlands.
Yeah, but the Echo Saber is being delivered right now. I mean, Harpoon's also nice on the hero, so.
Yeah.
But Aetherlens plus Aghanim Scepter is nuts.
Well, yeah, you want to have the harpoon, I guess, to get heroes out of their bases. If you can get like the Airshaker, or you can get the Chen, it's just a freebie, and then you leave them for 4 against 5 defending high ground. Let's see. I leave Roshan. They have to use they only have less than a minute left on the Aegis, so you can really capitalize as much. Maybe push this tier 2 tower and then continue farming the map.
Yeah,
Uh,
until the next Roshan, then use that to push high ground. No Echo on Analog. He just used it to kill off Michel, so that's going to be Pretty weak team fight shenanigan going in. Ward gets placed. Prada doesn't know it. And luckily enough, they didn't spot him out. Otherwise, Schofield would have been very quickly dead.
Okay, Dragonite going for the MKB. He has Sung in Yasha, Amulet of Morrigan. He's just farming. He's just praying his team can defend and make this game as long as possible. But the longer you take, the more powerful the PA gets. She already has a Satanic, going for a Basher as the next item. The tower goes down. The map feels ever so small for Heroic. It really looks good for Team Fusion. But no, I still do believe that there's a comeback possibility here. Well, a big ifs, but
Michel with the catch on Schofield. Drag him back, take him down. Schofield really not having a good time on the line this game. Struggling heavily. Michel is going to be caught. Big heal on top, though. Going to stun up Analog. Do they have the damage to burst him down? And yes, they do. That's without the PA, by the way. They drag him back. Leosal wants to get the two-man RP. Will only get the one connection. In comes Kotaro running forward. The break is there onto the DK. His armor is gone. Whisper's going to be the next target. Has a BKB and the arena. But their crit. 1,600 damage dealt by Kotaro right there with a big boy crit. And they're going to push the high ground. No Aegis, no problem. He has the BKB delivered now. Satanic BKB, SNY, Battle Fury, Shard. This PA is huge.
Yeah, well, they didn't do anything about the PA farming, so this is just seeing what you, well, dealing with your
reap
with
what
your
you sow.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this could be a second lane of Rags. I do believe they have the resources to not care and just go for it. It's like
There's
a 17k.
An Echo, but he has 3k HP on the PA, and if he gets BKB plus Satanic Pop, you're still like he hits you one time and then he's fully healed.
Yeah, and there's no burst in that hero. I mean, you might want to, even if you go and kill them more than 30 times, the Phantom Assassin is still going to out net worth you, out farm you, and out damage you, especially if you're just a DK. That is closing in to that MKB, but even if he gets like 2 or 3 good solid hits, he's just going to die in 3 hits from the PA.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, pretty nuts. Whisper on the Mars, gonna get spotted, gonna get caught. Leosel charging in, he walks over the flame, so he of course cannot use the blink. And will not chase for more. By the way, I just saw that Okori won game 1 against M80, and I don't know who, but someone played Pudge on Okori. And I actually want to know who.
Dark Mago sometimes plays. Let me see. Well, yeah. Okay. I'll give you the answer once Wikipedia refreshes the page.
Oh, I can check. It's Janek played it. So they played Post 4 Pudge.
Interesting. I'm going to be watching that game. I'm a Pudge enjoyer.
I think everyone in Dota is a Pudge enjoyer.
Yeah, everyone in Dota is a Pudge enjoyer.
It's the only hero that I know that if I don't see it banned at the start of the game, it's going to get insta-picked.
Yep. And then it's a coin toss. It's either a really good one or a really crappy one, just like Meepos and Arc Wardens and stuff, but not as impactful.
Pudge can be really stupidly impactful as a support even. I always get hooked because I, for some god-awful reason, don't have anything in my brain saying, move! Move!
Run in a straight line.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, I know he's going to hook right here if I walk that direction. So I'm walking the other direction, still get hooked. Okay, never mind. Oh, this could be big. They're going into the Roche pit. Do they have the damage to burst them down, though? There is MKB on the DK, but the Dawn is ready with his Ags ulti. Going in onto the Ogre. There's the heal coming out. RP onto 2. There's the cleave from Kotaro. He drops him down. Whisper is dead. Yuma is second. And this looks like it's going to be game right now because they are just annihilating them. Such a quick catch. GG gets called already. And Heroic get crushed in game number 1.
Yeah, there was no coming back from this. They just let Kotaro free farm for 15 minutes. They need to, otherwise they're dropping down to the lower bracket. And that's not the place you want to be right now. And they would be facing... Well, we still don't know because we need to see who wins between Team Waska and Fantasy Gaming. So if Heroic drops, they would be playing against the winner of Waska and Fantasy. Which, should be Waska on paper, but Fantasy Gaming has shown us that they do have what it takes to get an upset.
Fantasy Gaming, a scary team.
Well, their supports are completely.
Yes. Fantasy Gaming is... they were very in that game 1. They were very surprising. I really liked how James was playing, or the Ember. I think he's Wonder Kid.
Wonder Kid, yeah, James.
There's like 17 Wonder Kids in Dota. I lose track of all of them.
Yeah. RSNT was also really solid as an offlaner. His Enigma was really solid in the game 1. And well, Sexy Yogi with his Bad Rider was also really good. That's what we get here.
Honestly, all of them played really well, but unfortunately, game 2 they were non-existent on the map as they got annihilated. This time around, no first bloods quickly being secured, so no problems just yet arising in this game. Prada moving himself up towards top, where Schofield is still lurking about. So might be able to do some damage here onto the Phoenix. And one of the downsides of dealing with a Snapfire is Buckshot, his innate ability. It really, really sucks to deal with.
Yeah,
so much extra damage on the right clicks.
Yeah, and it is really interesting, the wording on Fusion here. They are planning on First Blood?
First Blood on towards the Phoenix, who just TP'd in because he got blocked by Schofield. That means Kotaro is playing solo in the top lane for now.
Yeah. Okay, Kotaro is going to have a really hard lane. I mean, he can be got on with the Cookie and the Timbersaw Whirling Death. So it's going to be a sad time for him. He's trying to destroy every single tree he can. So there's no Timber Chain shenanigans happening. Meanwhile, in bot lane, as I was saying, they are trying to push Yuma away, and they already pre-warded. So if he wants to catch up on the neutral creeps, they know where he is, or they know that they can make a rotation maybe and gank him. They're playing really aggressively here.
It's also a lane where Yuma is not going to go for the mana boots, which a lot of Medusas tend to go for. Prada, in the meantime, taken down top side. Whisper placing an Iron Branch to get the Timber Chain connection damage. And Prada dead once again. We'll have a TP this time, but he has 56 experience this game. He's got no experience whatsoever just yet.
Yeah,
he's taking a decent amount of damage.
He's not a happy player here, Prada. The thing is, well, Phoenix can always recover with stacks and stuff like that, with his Fire Spirits. Juma's also not. I mean, he is first in last hit, but he's really close to that. Once that mana bar drops down, it's really easy to kill. Well, Heroic is first. Every single core is first on the last hit chart.
Yeah, Yuma pretty a-okay with the Ogre now being able to defend him. They find the kill onto Schofield. That one does go to Kataro. And we do know that you need to make sure he does not get any kills going forward because he's a scary Phantom Assassin. Prada going for a pull. But there's definitely going to be enough damage to kill him in terms of the supports even. Yuma dropping very low bottom lane. Throws out his Mystic Snake. Will get enough mana to stay alive. Schofield actually TPing bottom for the gank. Takes down Michel. And that is a good rotation from the Snapfire. You will take the gateway to join in topside. So they're going to go for Frank here.
Yeah, you're right.
Mystic Snake doing a lot. And Frank is not going to get taken down, but this Ogre harass is nasty.
Yeah, the important thing is Yuma got the kill, so he's catching up on farm. He's now second in net worth total. They have to really play around Yuma, because he's going to be the sole focus of Fusion here.
Yeah, Whisper's currently top net worth, and he is just not going to be able to get killed off with a solo little PA bottom lane. Big fight coming out. Got a blast connection. Michel and Frank need to be careful. They actually need more help. Prada, is he going to be able to do more? Yuma is dead. In response, King Jungle's the second one down. Schofield might be a third, as they're just going to dive him underneath the tower. Fortify the creeps as well. Frank, Wild Axes, gets the final hit in, and it's a big one there. Triple kill coming out for Fusion. Frank probably just wants to die at this stage. He's going to heal himself and tango up, so looking to stay alive.
Prada has 3 seconds on the Icarus dive. Okay, they managed to get out of there. But it's happening again. Like, they're focusing on having Yuma be as miserable as possible. And Whisper, until he gets to level 6, he can't really dive into Kotaro. So they're just using that timing. Just bother Yuma as much as possible. And once, you get the level 6 on Timbersaw, try to babysit a little bit more the Phantom Assassin.
Frank dropping low, tries to get himself back. Will disengage. Yuma's actually dead. His mana was burned down, and King Jungles is another one that's going to get burned down. Ogre Magi drops, and another double kill. No TP for Yuma for another 10 seconds after he respawns. So this is painful. He's dropping in the net with shots. Kotaro, in the meantime, yeah, it's not the easiest lane top, but it is solo experience for the PA. So this is huge. Leocel even gets the bottle refill towards mid on the Pango, looking very neat. Frank is going for the Aghanim Scepter rush. So he's going to try and get Drums of Slam this game instead of the Helm of the Overlord.
Yeah, he wants to be a frontline, I believe. Because Drums of Slam really make you tanky. And you can also deal more damage. So they are also going for a teamfight composition, not really like a split pushy kind. And right now, Whisper is really close to level 6, so Kotaro shouldn't be as comfortable here, especially with the Snapfire who misses the shot. Kotaro is still trying once again. He's dead.
Yeah, he tried his best. This style rotates through. Schofield's taken down. Whisper would be a good target if they can kill him off. It is not the easiest target to knock down, but Leocel has a perfect roll so far. Swashbuckle available in a second, but he only needs the right click. Takes down Whisper as a response kill. Nice rotation there from Leocel. And bottom lane, they're going to go in onto Yuma. Once again, the roar comes out. The Medusa is out of mana. Will get the magic wand in time to stay alive for now, but his mana is going to get drained once again. Taken out of the equation. Schofield just TP'd in. Frank's going to slowly run him down. He's got the wild axes. In comes Kotaro for good measure to find the finisher. And yeah, Frank already has one piece of his axe done. It's not going to take too long until he gets the other pieces. Whisper trying to man fight up against Kotaro, misses the Timber Chain connection. Top side, King Jungles being chased by Prada. Prada cliffs himself. Has to Icarus dive. A little bit spooky there.
And this is
No
not
Yuma
looking
TP's
good for
mid.
Juma. Yeah, this is not looking good for Juma at all. Even if Kotaro is right up there with him in net worth, Juma is just dying way too much. He's died like 3 times, I think. Yeah, three
Yeah.
times. That's way too much. Well, at least I believe like Whisper can now, become a hero. He's now level 7, so once he gets like 1 or 2 levels from reactive armor, he can start diving. He can start making space for his Dusa. And even if Medusa has like a bad start of the game, he can always recover with stacks, which is what, Heroic should be doing soon enough. Oof, Prada. Dead.
Yeah, won't be able to survive against the Timber Saw of Whisper chasing you down. Frank, do they actually have any stacks for Frank to clear up? And they have 2 ancient stacks. But yeah, he definitely wants to get his drums of Slam fast so that he doesn't feel too threatened by like the Timbersaw, for instance, because he heals so heavily. He actually, surprisingly enough, went for Twisted Chakram on Timbersaw off lane, whereas most Timbersaws go for the tree
Timber
cutting one.
chain.
I can't. Yeah, whatever it's called.
Timber chain split, something like that.
Which
There
is
you
an
go.
interesting adjustment. Prada needs to be careful because there's again Whisper just trying to hunt him down. TP through from Frank, but yeah, they had the Observer Ward, so they saw Frank TPing in towards the top lane.
But there is trying to farm at the bottom lane, still being chased by King Jungles. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Whisper going for the Kaya's next item. I mean, I think even though Fusion is playing really aggressively, they are still focusing a lot on their timings and on the rushes they are doing, which is, as you mentioned, Beastmaster on the Aghanim Scepter. And who else might be rushing something? We already have a Diffusal Blade Pango, so he's almost good to go.
And Diffusal Blade Pango, PA going for the Battle Fury, obviously. And then the big pesky one that is going to be that Drums of Slam from Frank, which is not too far from being completed. Especially with the ancient stack that he can take down soon enough.
Now Michael is just waiting to do some stacks. Meanwhile, nobody is contesting the farm of Kotaro. He does have some wards, so he's not as unprotected. But the rest of his team is just leaving him be. And once again, Heroic is doing nothing about the free PA farm.
Yeah, PA getting this much free farm while no one in his team is even nearby to help him out. That is scary. Frank has 3 stacks of the ancient now to clear out, and yeah, he's going to get pretty solid farm. While Whisper is going for the Kaya build to get more damage output. Rolling Thunder being pump faked by Liesel. They really want to kill off Whisper, but they kind of need to bait him out of position if they want to make that happen.
Yeah, and they're just not letting themselves be seen outside. Okay, there's a smoke coming. Let's see if Heroic can make something happen. A pick on Leostar could be good. They do have a Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight now. There it is.
Liesel gets jumped. Mortimer's Kisses come out, and Liesel very quickly dealt with, taken down. No, not even able to make a singular move there. Prada trying to defend the tier 1 tower mid. There is the Blink Dagger reveal, so now they are aware of any shenanigans coming out from the DK.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Dusa is still just catching up in farm. He is still almost a K behind Kotaro, but it's still a Dusa, so he can recover pretty easily. The thing is that, yeah, like I mentioned, once again, Heroic is just not being proactive enough, maybe. The only one that has been playing more aggressive, timing a little bit is Whisper. But after that, we have just seen the Blink reveal, and that's it from Dragon Knight. He's been a little bit static here. The only teamfight we saw was on the bottom lane like a couple of minutes ago. Beastmaster should have his Aghanim Scepter ready. Yeah, he does. He just didn't want to show it. He waited for the courier to give him the item.
Oh, he's going Roche with it.
He's going to... He's gonna try solo Roche?
Yeah, with Drums of Slam, you can solo Roche very easily.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
kind of nuts because the healing is just remarkable. Look how fast it dies.
Yeah,
God.
well, we...
How many heroes do you know that at 13 minutes in the game can solo Roche?
2.
Except
3 now.
Yeah. So Ursa, Lone Druid,
Husker, Lone
Husker.
Druid. Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
that's it. I mean, technically Lone Druid, but that takes forever.
Yeah, and
Like
technically
he's in the
Venom.
pit for
Yeah, but it also
same
takes
story, take forever.
Yeah.
And he
Okay,
just
Bang-
clears up. And Husker these days a little bit less because most Huskers go for the facet where you do like a percentage of your HP with the burning spears, and that's really terrible for taking Roche.
Yeah, so still only like a handful of heroes.
Yeah.
And Beastmaster has already his arcane boots ready to go. Oh, Frank is just going to die here.
But he's got the Aegis. And still has the Roar, which he pops to get the max Drums of Slam going. He does a lot of damage. Analog almost died there. Michel coming, charging forward. Analog is going to be the target here. DK is dead, looking for more. That's going to be the Snapfire of Schofield. Find a second one. Double kill for Fusion, and they are just hella scary. Frank's got the Blink Dagger now done as well. He just finished off that Aghanim Scepter.
He's way too farmed, and he low-key like used that first Roshan at minute 14 really well, even if he got picked up. Leo stuck with it well, just dealing with the damage. He already has his Blink Dagger, I believe. Yeah, he's just getting it delivered. Beastmaster as well, and like you mentioned, has a Blink Dagger. Kotaro, not the same timing as last game, but still pretty good. 15 minutes with a Battle Fury. And we're looking at a smoke here. Maybe the Phoenix is the target. Oh, they miss him just by an inch.
And they're looking for Frank instead, and that could be a big one. This time he doesn't have an Aegis available. I don't... Whisper does do a lot of damage. He's got the Blink as well on the Timbersaw. But Frank is walking away, and he knows something funky's up. Will be able to just disengage completely. Doesn't even clear the creeps in that area. Knows that they're hunting him. Gets out of there. Great job from Frank. 3 heroes completely wasted a solid minute there hunting him. And they smoke up as a counter move on the side of Fusion. Looking for the fight top. If they can kill off Yuma, that would be huge. But King Jungles is going to tank the smoke gank at the very least.
Yeah, it would have been huge if they got Yuma. Yuma just got a Manta style. He's still like less than a K away from the PA. Still, I mean, even though Heroic is not doing much about the free farm of PA, Fusion is also not doing as much against the free farm of the Dusa, even if he died 3 times. Oh.
You know, this is really like Kotaro. The moment that he saw that they were killing off the ogre, they killed off Ogre top and saw the Dusa. The moment Ogre died, there was a full lane of creeps right underneath him. They fortified the creeps to keep him alive. He knew immediately they're coming for me, so he was walking away out of there. Heading back towards the tower, and yeah, right as rain, the Timbersaw plus Snapfire were chasing after him, but he was so aware of what the game plan was for Heroic there that they needed something to recover.
Yeah, Frank is a really smart player. He not only plays initiation because he is like he's really jumpy. He plays initiation because he knows how to read the game. Oh, here we go.
Leostal gets himself back. Analog is going to get roared up. DK dropping low, taken care of. There's a multicast. Frank is going to get stunned by the stone gaze as well. Can he get himself away or heal up enough? Stun is going to land and Frank is going to die. They find 2 for 1 as a trade, and that's a nice one indeed there for Heroic to get a little bit of recovery. And speaking of recovery, Yuma is the same net worth as Kotaro and Frank.
No.
But he's going to get jumped in right now. Rolling Thunder comes out. Yuma can heal up. Cookie gets him over the cliff, down to the low ground. Prada is trying to get the Sunray damage going in. Not going to be too successful, but Yuma is going to die. Kotaro gets the big crits. And Frank even gives him the tip right there. It's actually kind of interesting because he tried to get the Sunray damage in onto the Dusa, but it does like nothing to Dusa.
Yeah, it does no damage. It's still, for Phantom Assassin did play it well there. He tried to go for the Dusa, then pivoted to the Snapfire. He wasn't doing as much damage, but then the methodical came to shine, and on the Phantom Strike 2 crits, and that was it. Oh, Whisper dies for free here. Franks gets the kill.
That's painful. Frank just gets a freebie. Oof. And that's the scary part. Whisper was the one that was doing so incredibly well this game. He's dropped significantly in terms of net worth.
The thing is that he doesn't really have someone to play with. Like he can play a little bit with the Snapfire, but on the time that he could do something in the game, Dusa and Dragonet were playing catch up. So he didn't have like his team to help him and exploit the advantage he was getting of solo farm, of solo XP. And right now, this is a little bit of a deja vu from last game. Kotaro just farms up as fast as he can, as free as he is, and Yuma getting picked up a couple of times. He's also farming. It's not as bad as last game, and he is a Dusa, so he can come back just while farming. But the team fights are just not going their way.
And Yuma's closing in on towards the butterfly. That should help a lot against the PA, though. The Pangolier and the Beastmaster are still going to be pretty problematic. Speaking of Beastmaster, he's almost done with the BKB. Frank's had 1 death this game so far. Eliasal also closing in on towards his Ags. It's going to be a big improvement there for the team fight with the Diffusal Blade procs all around him, especially against this Dusa. But also the Timbersaw hero that if you drain his mana is completely useless.
Yeah, you're right. And Pangolier, as you mentioned, has the diffusal. I want to mention the Road of Atos on Muerta. So it's going to be easier for the pickoffs, harder to get away, even as as the Dragon Knight, as the Snapfire. And Phoenix has that Spirit Vessel, which is going to come in really good against Dragon Knight and Timbersaw.
He also has the shard now from the Tormentor, so significantly going to help out in the team fights with the Phoenix Egg, but the Supernova plus Sunray. Also is now level 13, so has more points in that Supernova to keep it alive for longer.
I believe it's like 2 more hits.
Yeah, last fight it got pretty close to him surviving. Needed probably half a second longer. Or 2 more hits to keep it alive. Because Timbersaw doesn't hit it. DK really doesn't want to hit it. It's all about the Snapfire that needs a little Shredder to take it down. Speaking of which, he's going to get jumped. Schofield drop in low. Snapfire is dead. He actually has Lil Shredder max leveled on Snapfire.
Dragon form being popped, so he's going to use it to farm, I guess. I thought he was trying to chase. It's not the case. Roshan is up. so that's good for Kotaro. This could be like the same as the last game, Truman. It's just like PA has Battle Fury, Sang and Yasha, and now a Black King War.
And
Now
next
they will
Roche.
have the banner as well, so pushing is going to be easier if they want to go for high ground.
Schofield with the kisses into the pit. But he's the only one here. The rest of the team wasn't there just yet. They need to quickly clear it, and they do manage to clear it. Aegis gets secured. There's still a banner to be picked up. Cortaro realizes that a second later we'll be able to get it secured. In the pit, a big fight continues, jumping onto Whisper. The Timbersaw needs to be very careful. On from behind is Frank, who's got no roar for 5 more seconds. Has a BKB at the ready. And will be BKB running away until you can roar a target, which he does throw it out onto Analog, chases after the DK, make sure he does drop dead. Aegis was transpired from Kotaro. He's going in on Schofield. His entire team is gone right now, and Kotaro's forced to TP back to base. Gets the TP off in the nick of time, but that is a fight that was heavily won there by Heroic.
Yeah, Juma just got back into the game with that ultra kill. He was hitting for free. He got already his butterfly, and as you mentioned, it was like a big step up. The only one who could survive was a Phantom Assassin with an Aegis of Immortal.
How did Pango die? I didn't even see him die.
He got jumped on. He was the first one to die. He was coming up
yeah, because he did 0 damage in that fight, and I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he got jumped on by the DK and the Timbersaw, and he just died in a second. So, Fusion started 4 against 5.
Yeah, not great, even though they did have that Aegis on the PA. Same with the Beastmaster. He joined the fight, but didn't have Roar available, so had to wait until Roar came back up before he could actually make a play. Couple of mistakes there in the bottom lane fight.
Yeah, well, especially because Leostal just got bursted, so they had no way to control with Rolling Thunder. And, well, they just didn't have the resources they needed for the team fight, and that's it. Going for the Fresher Orb on Beastmaster. Once again, they are playing a lot of utility, a lot of control. Almost all the damage is coming from Phantom Assassin. A little bit from Pango, though. A little bit from Beastmaster at the beginning. But now they're shifting into a more of a utilitarian role. And Phantom Assassin has the Roshan banner at least, going for the Aghanim Shard as the next item. And then a Skull Basher. What do we have here? Meanwhile, we already saw the BKB from Timbersaw, and Dusa has MKB. So now it's looking harder for Kotaro to do his thing.
Yeah, he's closing in on his MKB as well. 2 pieces are already done. It needs about 1,500 more gold. And then you'll be able to at least put up some contention. Because it's also, Dusa needs to... It's a hero that he doesn't have any stat items yet. He has Manta, which gives a little bit of stats, but he needs the Scotty before he becomes tanky enough to survive the fight a little bit longer. Otherwise, 1 Rolling Thunder on top of you, and then 2 hits from the PA and you die.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage though, and what happened last team fight was, you know, the frontliners doing their job to protect Yuma hitting for free, and that's the strat until he gets, like you said, the Die of Skadi, which he is a little bit far from. There's the Pango.
Yep. Fusion, they are a little bit spooked right now after that unfortunate team fight of theirs. And one thing that can happen with a lot of teams that are playing against a slightly higher caliber team normally is that they get ahead and then they stop playing because they're scared. That might cost them the game. And you also have to be careful because Dusa, he's now top net worth. But Dusa, when he gets to the point of, you know, with the Scotty, with the MKB, level 25, Dusa becomes nuts.
You're right. He's still on level 20, and I do agree with you that smaller teams tend to become shy once they lose a team fight, a big team fight. But all these guys are all dogs, so maybe they still try it, which they are right now with the smoke. See if they can make something happen here. But heroic has their number. They know it's coming. There you go.
Oh, there's the rolling
Oh,
thunder in. Nice dodge there from Leostyle with the roll up. Michel dropping low. Stonegaze was used in this situation. Leostyle's actually going to get stunned up. The roar gets thrown out onto the Dusa. And oh my god, where's the Dusa gone? He is eliminated instantly. Schofield going to try and run away. KJ's already gone. Phoenix Egg got dropped. And Schofield is a third one down. Buyback by Michel, but that Dusa was just annihilated. On the back end, Whisper and Analog do manage to find a Phoenix. But still, Dusa, yeah, without the Scotty, no HP whatsoever.
yeah, and also they tried to go against Pangolier once again, but he just pushed the rolled up. DK Stun did nothing, and they just went out of position. A really good game from Kotaro, who just looked for the Dusa, went straight to her, and he knew, okay, you don't have enough HP. I can burst you down. You still don't have that scary Scatty. So well, he just played that teamfight perfectly, basically. And now, well, the map is smaller for Dusa. The net worth is they're still neck and neck in terms of hard carry.
Yeah, they didn't get too much out of that fight. Obviously, a bit of net worth advantage, but it's not too problematic. Tier 2 mid was dropped, no racks, or even close to the Radiance base was achieved. Actually smoking up, probably, or at least making a move topside. Which is a bit scary, especially with Timbersaw nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, let's see what does Timbersaw have. Well, Beastmaster has a Shiva's card now.
Yeah, look
Kotaro
at
did
this
finish.
Phoenix. He's got close to finishing up. He almost has the full Heaven's Halberd done. Dusa is a hero that does not build BKB. So the disarm is going to last. And that really annihilates the Dusa team fight.
You're right, and yeah, Phoenix is just stacked here. Even though he wasn't having the best of early games, he did manage to come back. Well,
He stole all of Michel's farm. Like, Michel's got nothing.
most of it, yeah. Okay.
He's got a Rod of Atos, but he's playing Muerta, so you could also go Gleipnir. Top side. Analog gets the TP away. They're looking for more, but Roche is it going to be up
Roche.
in 5 seconds? How long is it going to take?
Well, he may. Whoa, 2 minutes more. So
Long respawn timer.
yeah, still on day cycle, so should be responding bottom.
Yeah, the problem is it can cost you a lot of net worth if you're lurking about the area for too long.
Let's see. Well, Fusion is willing to do that bet, seems. They might try to go for this tier 2 at the bottom lane and then see if Roshan spawns, which should be, a siege. Normally takes about that time. DK with
DK, meantime, is going for his own MKB. They need more tools to kill off this PA, who is done with almost done with the full satanic.
Which makes her even more scary. She's not with item shard yet. Let's see. I want to see this Beastmaster. Like I said, he has a Shiva's card now. We're looking at the Dragon Knight. Ooh, going back, and Ogre Magi just paying the support tax.
Surprised they even roared for that.
Well, you don't really know if he's alone or not. So
yeah, but even then,
person.
if he's not alone, you'd rather have roar for someone else, and if he is alone, then it's still a waste. It's
How
an
much?
ogre.
Well, it's only
Well,
it's a 60-second cooldown. Why not?
yeah, but
Um,
Roche is getting close to being up, and that bottom fight at Roche the last time they lost that fight was pretty much because Primal Roar was still on cooldown.
yeah, and because they didn't have a Pangolier,
That as well.
which
That
which
definitely didn't help. But he had
which
to
they
run circles around in the area until his roar came back up, so that didn't help.
yeah, they do have a Pango now. Roche is up in 15 seconds. Well, Heroic does need a smoke here, which I believe they don't have. Yeah, they don't have it. You just have to wait for a decent positioning. Someone is sacrificing the courier for vision, I guess.
Daro's in the pit. He has the level 25 talent just gained as well. So it does drop pretty quickly. Are they going to be there in time is the question. They do have double blinks, but Roche is already pretty much dead. As the style pump fakes the rolling thunder, trying to block any entries in towards the pit. There's going to be the Aegis refresher, cheese, everything. Even the banner still on the floor. Michel trying to stay alive, has no buyback available. Frank did throw out his roar on the side. They're going to lose Leostyle in a second. He's going to get taken down 80 seconds. No buyback available. There's the Phoenix Egg dropped in the middle of the entire pack. Yuma tries to get rid of the Phoenix Egg and will find it, but is going to get taken down regardless. And Kotaro has still gotten the Aegis plus the Satanic. They double buyback of it right now. He does have the refresher swapping in on Kotaro. Can he get the pop-up in time? Is going to pop in. BKB, Satanic as well. No, didn't pop the BKB just yet. He needs to heal up. Going for the TP out of there. Is he going to get the TP? Yes, he is. That's a big fight victory. I mean, is it a victory, though? Yeah, it's still a victory for Heroic.
I mean, just barely in terms of money. They did use 2 buybacks. They did lose the Medusa. They did lose the Dragon Knight. So yeah, I mean, it was really quite even. And once again, at least they did have the Primal Roar. They didn't get to use it though. And yeah, it was mainly because, you know, Kotaro thought he could solo Roshan faster. He stayed a little bit longer than he wanted to. There's a Roshan banner at the pit, by the way.
Yeah, Kotaro also going for something very important. He spotted in that fight the Ghost Scepter being obnoxious and such, and he's going to go for the Nullifier, which of course is also a counter to the Timbersaw's Aghanim Scepter effect, and it's going to be very impactful to have a Nullifier this time, at this game for his team.
They're going for a Tormentor now. Who's going? Oof! It's really scary right now for Kotaro. Get away, son.
Yeah, Frank will just clear the last little bit before Kotaro accidentally one-shots himself.
Yeah. Okay, Frank gets it. Gets something for his troubles.
Yeah, free shard. Kotaro still doesn't have his. It's 36 minutes into the game is weird. PA not having a shard. It's so good. A lot of PAs go for it, you know, like Battle Fury shard even.
Yeah, and now we have more of a game that we did last game. Yuma is a hero. Yuma is not far behind from Kotaro. He has a Crystallis now, so the damage output is just going to be bigger and bigger.
Especially
Frank
once
has
he's level 25, but he's still a long way. He still needs a bit more than 2 levels on the Dusa to get 25.
Yeah, Frank has lost a little bit of protagonism. He's still third on net worth, so he's doing pretty well. But he's lost a little bit of impact. He can't really solo stuff right now. He does have a refresher orb, so 2 primal roars to pin down the Medusa is going to be really good.
Oh,
Ooh,
Kotaro. Quickly running away. Has the BKB. There's the Hex coming out, though. Didn't pop the BKB in time. Can they Sunray heal him enough? No, Kotaro is dead. They're going to go for the Phoenix Egg. Find a second. And the only saving grace is that bottom lane, there are no creeps coming in. Mid lane, they need to actually kind of find a way to cut it because there's no buyback available on the PA.
Yeah, they still lost. They will lose like a tier 3 at
Or
minus.
onto the Timbersaw. They're going to go in. The refresher as well. Second hit onto Whisper Timbersaw. He's going to lose his life. Now Frank needs to run away. Use of Stone Gaze was used. Leostyle will be able to disengage with Whisper being dead. Yeah, Michel drops, but with Whisper being dead, they at least cannot really go for the high ground here.
Yeah, well, I think you can actually, especially if you have an amplified damage. At least try, because the only high ground defense here is like the Pangolier Swashbuckle, and that's it. You kind of melt towers with Dragon Knight. Oh, he doesn't have Elder Dragon form. Doesn't really matter. He just needs to tank a little bit. And this could be a lane of Rags.
Yeah, amplified damage. Gaben sometimes gives you a little gift.
Yeah, 20 seconds for the PA. This is a free lane of Rags. Well, at least they just take one. Go back. MKB on Dragon Knight ready. He's going for the Satanic. Dusa with almost everything she needs. Maybe just replace the power threat with a Swift Blink or something like that. What else do we got here? What does Dusa have? Daedal is ready. What else do you buy here? Maybe like a Moon Shard, something like that. And the Swift Blink.
Dusa?
Yeah.
Yeah, Swift Blink would be a necessity. Maybe even Satanic. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. Satanic used to be so good on Dusa. Scythe of Ice? Swift Blink, Scythe of Ice, possibly. Refresher. Yeah. I don't know. Dusa's a weird hero right now. Aghanim Scepter, equipped Ags. That one's always nice.
Yeah. I do believe you want to get that from Roche, though.
Oh
If
yeah, but the
possible,
next
you can-
Roche is probably gonna be another Radiant one, so you get Refresher.
They do have a good score on Roche fights, though. Even if it does a dice.
M80 has been dropped to the lower bracket by Hokori 2-0.
Ooh. Well,
That's indeed a whoo.
yeah, like I was thinking about the Hokori game. They did play really good, but I really thought M80 had like a nice chance. But we are learning slowly here that it doesn't really matter the name of the team. We are looking at Fusion having a really nice game series against the Heroic. They're not out of this yet.
Yeah, but Fusion aren't either. Now the Nullifier still hasn't shown its hand yet from the PA. Still doesn't have a shard though, but is actually a lot away from his buyback
Yuma.
here. Rolling Thunder in onto Yuma. Does get cookied out of harm's way. We'll use the Stone Gaze though. Going back in is the Timbersaw jumping through. Michel takes a lot of damage. The Org is thrown out onto the Timbersaw. Can they have the damage? Kataro's going to jump in. Heals up quickly with the Satanic. Whisper is going to get taken down. Yes, he falls. There's the second roar used onto Yuma with the stun coming out. Yuma is dropping pretty low in terms of mana. But Kataro, he needs to find a target. He's trying to go for Analog. Will lose his life. 3 dead. And with that buyback from the Timbersaw of Whisper, he's going to chunk him down. Big fight. And it looks like Heroic have got control of the game.
Yeah, they just came back. They went for the Timbersaw. He just tanked it, took it like a champ. And then the BKB duration is just too low here. He needs more time. It's weird to say this, but Kotar is lacking damage to burst heroic heroes, especially like Whisper and Yuma. This could be, well, 2 lane of Raxus. Oh, they want to finish this.
Yeah, no buybacks coming out at the moment, so they feel there's nothing available. Buyback from the Pangolier.
Yeah, well,
They do have Roar once available, but not the double.
yeah,
Can
but
they
they
keep
don't
this
have
game going?
any damage, so this is GG. This is it.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder in, trying to disrupt them. Yuma Stone Gaze charges forward. There's going to be the roar onto Whisper, but Frank, he can't really do much more than just throw out a roar as he gets blasted on the side. Has a biopic available. They're going to go for the Ancient. They know 20 seconds is what it takes for the respawn to happen of the PA, and they will try and make sure that it drops before he gets into action. Pangolier trying to delay it as much as possible, but it's not going to happen. GG gets called, and we are going to a game number 3 between Heroic and, of course, their big opponents right now, Fusion.
Yeah, first series of the day that goes.
Never hunted the Kotaro in the early game at all.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. They just leave him be.
So with
They
the Earth
just
Spirit, they definitely should be doing that this time around.
yeah. Analog needs to focus on the Draw Ranger, even though you can still do a lot of damage with the Beastmaster and their Shaker as well. Let's see if anything happens here. I think they just want to have deep vision here. Yeah, that's it. Do they see them? No, they're smoked.
Frank's already got queued up that he wants to go for the immediate ags. So that means they're going to need to make some big stacks here. Batrider is very good at making stacks. So that's a plus. And
Let's
they're
see.
also very good at clearing stacks with Beastmaster, Earthshaker even, and Drow Ranger is also pretty. I mean, not early stage Drow Ranger, a little bit later. Actually, way
Yeah,
later.
once you get a couple of levels in multi-shot, it's not as fast, but you can still get some stacks. Okay, no shenanigans happening at the
Global
beginning of the
Vision.
game. What is Parada doing?
Gonna take the Twin
Is
Gate, I
she?
assume.
Yep. Going to take the Twin Gate. Is it possible, and it is always possible to kill Morphine at level 1, but they don't really have a stun. You have to place a perfect flame break for this. Little pause coming. I believe this is the okay. This was the second pause of the series, which is saying a lot in SI region. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
since we in the previous series, the first series of the day. No, second series. Previous series, yeah. In game number 1, we had to pause the game for 15 minutes.
Yeah, or so. Let's see.
Which was a very sad ending to a very good game.
You're right. And on the bottom lane, King Jungles is just not having his best life here. Michael is harassing everything out of him. Let's see. I have both supports blocking the camps. That is something I really don't love about lane support. The camp war. Oh wait.
Yeah. And especially if they have like a clockwork or something and you literally can't do anything about it.
Mm.
You try to counter toward it and you just battery assaults you or catch you in the cogs and you're like, okay, cool. Just pull
Oh,
the lane. Oh, a lot of
first
damage
blood.
onto King Jungles, and first blood gets secured for Michael.
Yeah, I believe Phoenix just wanted to kill the boars, but ended up trading his life for it, just for one. Yuma also really low on health here.
KJ back in action in that bottom lane. Yuma, of course, just swapping between strength and agi. Classic morphling things. I always find it weird that Morphlings go for 2 points in the attribute shift these days and then skip it, get stats and everything. And then when you get to like mid game, a lot of the times Morphlings die because they don't swap stats fast enough.
Well, I'm not really a core player, so I can't speak of if it works for them or not. But if that's
Oh no, it
the
definitely
standard build,
worked for them. It's
yeah.
just weird. I find it weird that on a lot of heroes, I mean, obviously some of them make a lot of sense. Most of them make a lot of sense where they do it. But that you just level a bunch of stats instead of points and skills. It's a weird mechanic.
Back in well, Michael is just harassing everything out of the 4 Phoenix guy. And top lane. Oof. Scofield is hitting really hard against the poor Kotaro. Whisper is not going to have a really fun lane here, but he is having a lot of CS for some reason. Kotaro is just not harassing enough, I think. Let's see. It's
Yeah, on the side, Prada chasing after Schofield, just to harass primarily. The mid lane is the one that I tend to be most interested in because, of course, it's another Earth Spirit versus Shaker. But
pretty even.
it is an analog Earth Spirit. That's why I'm very curious on how that's going to continue.
Yeah, it is pretty even, but Leo style does get scary, especially with the enchant auto maxed, and that it's not a passive, that yeah, innate facet. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
It's kind of surprising that he is going for the enchant totem max level instead of the aftershock, which tends to be slightly better for farming and clearing camps.
Well, enchant totem max is for bullying people out of lanes, so maybe that's his intention here. Yeah, he is maxing enchant totem. He wants to go against analog.
And Analog's just going to roll on towards the side. Refill his bottle in the meantime. Try and get the push going. Bottom, they're actually looking to dive. Frank going in onto KJ, who has the Icarus dive. Dives right into Frank to immediately die. And Yuma is going to be another target here. Waveform back to safer pastures. Frank wants to continue, it seems. Yuma swapping back to Agi. No rotations coming out. Yuma is taking some hefty damage. Yeah. He was full strength right there. Couldn't really do anything. Taken down. Double kill secured. Like, Analog could not TP towards bottom to help out because he's having his own little duels in towards mid and a big fight. Favoring, again, the dire side.
Yeah, Frank is just playing really good this series. And I really like this Bat Rider. Like we said at the beginning of the draft, Phoenix and Morphling is a lane that can't really do much against an aggressive offlane duo, which is sadly the Beastmaster and the Bat Rider. So Phoenix has died twice, I think. Yeah, and Morphle has died once. So every single kill coming from the bottom lane. Watch out, Leo.
Yeah, he is in a bit of trouble. Needs to juke his way through the brambles. He accidentally hits one. Is going to get put in an awkward spot. Drops the echo. Gets a kill before he falls, though. So at least he gets some experience for his troubles.
Yeah, it wasn't all for naught. It was actually a pretty decent trade, considering everything for Fusion. Hey, wait up! Analog is just going all in. Nice double kill, and that's why he's the GOAT. Honor Spirit.
He does test the limits of the hero, and he goes beyond it. Manages to get a pretty substantial extra kill. Considering Michel was doing really well, Yuma in the meantime is being chased by Prada in the jungle the entire time. Prada's going to TP top to try and help out Kotaro, but Kotaro is already in a pickle looking to drop dead. Prada gets the kill onto Schofield. but they lose Kataro in the trade. And Kataro, I mean, both safe laners are struggling a little bit in terms of farm. Almost exactly the same net worth. Bottom tier 1's already secured by Frank. Frank's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he's just playing really good. He is rushing the axe, but not before getting arcane boots first. Which, last game he just rushed the axe and that's it. So axe is going to come a little bit slower, but at least he's not going to struggle as much to farm because the man is always an issue for Beastmaster. The Ranger is level 4. Who got the Wisdom runes? Okay, just one for Schofield, and I don't see the other one.
The other one went to Michel or Michael.
Okay, Michael, yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying Michel because I remember I had a talk with the owner of Infamous. I did like a story on them for, I don't know, remember exactly what, but I did like a story thing for them, and I had to record some skit thing, and then the owner of Infamous said that it was pronounced Michel, and now I always say Michel instead of Michael, which is weird. I know.
Yeah, it's Michael or Michael oh, Yuma. She might be dying
Trying to get
again.
away. Roar
Just one
was
heal.
used. Will get
Ooh.
away. Oh, Hawk too slow. Hawk to a.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. I think she's
Wait,
in
wait.
trouble now as well. Oh,
Yeah.
Michael on the run. Does get himself back. They're looking for
Oh,
more. Katara
Kotaro
gets a nice
doesn't
3-man
care.
silence on towards the Phoenix, but King Jungles goes back and Analog has amplified damage still going. King Jungles taken down. Frank, no roar. It's going to be hunted by Analog. He's still pretty tanky though on this Beastmaster, but the dots are continuing forward. Echo Slam onto Analog. Ursper is going to get taken down. There's the Arena plus Spear onto Leostal. They will lose Kataro and Leostal with that continuation of the fight. In comes Yuma chasing in after Frank. Yuma doesn't have adaptive strike, so will not be able to secure the kill. And Michael walks away with a free bounty.
This ended up working better for Fusion in terms of gold. Analog first on the net worth. Frank in second place. Leosta in third place. Analog is playing really good. He was struggling a little bit on lane, but he found the rotations he needed, especially that double kill on the mid lane that he got. Let's see, and got that. This is another style of hard carry. You can't just go in and start killing people as you were a PA. Ranger does need more positioning and does need like a little babysitter. So he can't really show himself as much in lane. And farming jungle creeps is not as efficient. So he might be slowed down a little bit here.
It's a bit of a problem for the Trow of Kataro,
Yeah.
as he has also died twice. So far this game, one time both top lane gang, but for the most part he's been left alone, but the hero just doesn't farm as fast as a morph that can go full agi.
Yeah. On the other side, Morph is like 1k ahead. He already has the Morbid Mask. I think he has the full. Looks like full bloods. Yeah, full bloods for Morphling now. Oh, Michael or Mikhail.
Trying to get himself out of there. Analog with the Blade Mill as well. Dawn ulti gets used. And Echo Slam drop on Analog. My lord, that damage. They do lose Prada top lane most likely.
Ole.
Spear comes out.
Oof.
Kataro just a second too slow with the silence.
Yeah.
Nice interruption of the Dawn ult though.
Okay, Blink Dagger on Leo style now. So he can start make something happen here, but I think they're just going to scout a Blink Tire now.
Oh, Kotaro top lane needs to be careful. Blink Dagger for Whisper is ready to be delivered as well.
Yeah, also.
But with these heavy rotations, it's going to be Prada dying immediately afterwards. Waveform in on towards the Dawnbreaker. Will be shut down, and a killing spree for Whisper continues with the Blink Dagger to be delivered.
And
Well, in
this
the
is
meantime,
new,
in mid,
Truman. Oh,
Schofield
easy.
just makes a dive to the side. What's new?
This is new. Heroic is going for the Draw Ranger. Is pressuring her tower, is pressuring her side of the map. They're not leaving her as alone as they did when it was a PA. So I don't know if this is learning from past games or just they are more scared of a Draw Ranger with free farm, even though she doesn't really farm as fast. Yuma is getting big right now. He's
Frank
close
has
to
his
that
ags
Yasha.
done as well, though. So that's a bit scary to deal with. But as you said, Yuma is insanely farmed on the Morphling compared to how his lane was starting out to be. He got dove pretty easily and pretty quickly. Michael is also almost done with his Blink Dagger. That's going to be the moment where the Bat Rider is able to actually contribute to the state of the game.
Yeah, still 500 gold left to go. So it might be a while still until we see Fusion move around. They do need one more item on Draw Ranger though. I think, well, once the Dragonlance comes up, they might want to move. But Heroic already taking initiative with that Smoke Gang. They're going for Michael. That Blink Dagger is going to be slower now. And Analog gets an easy kill.
Yeah, he's going for the probably SMY build on the Earth Spirit as well. At least has the signs now done. So he's going to be tanking up as much as possible. Whisper's going Shard plus Yule Scepter Frank. He has his drums, could have gone into the Roche to try and secure it, but it's just going to TP away, not going to risk it at the moment. TP's all the way back to base. Prada, in the meantime, is going to get caught topside. Another kill coming in for Heroic, and they're playing pretty well.
Yeah, well, now I think Beastmaster can really make their Roshan soloing surprise. As Heroic is expecting it. I believe that's why he just TP'd to base once again. And right now, Earthshaker is going for a BKB as a next item, so the mobility is going to have to wait. But I do believe it's needed because otherwise the Bramble Mace is just going to get you stuck and you're going to die to a couple of hits from the Morphling. Morphling is also really close to the
ulti
Manta.
onto Analog, lasso control. Analog does a lot of damage in response. There is going to be a rotation as well. Two-man catching from Whisper. They do lose KJ on the side. There's also a Frank Roar still at the ready, so they have to be very careful continuing on the side of Heroic, making it a 2-for-1 trade.
They want to go for more? No, Earthshaker doesn't really have HP or an ultimate to play with. This is just more space for the Draw Ranger. She already has a Dragonlance, but Morphling does have that Manta. Well, at least he's really, really close to it. Morphling is getting scarier. He's like 2k gold ahead from Draw Ranger, which is not where you want to be if you are Fusion.
Yeah, but you still have to be very careful this game because Frank is incredibly fat on that Beastmaster. He's got the Blink Dagger available. He's going to go for Roche top side. It is under ward vision if he walks into the pit, though.
Yeah, really well thought from Heroic. They don't want the free Roshan for Beastmaster because he really used it well on the last game. They have drawn a line towards Roshan, so maybe they want to contest this. It's not going to be a solo rush, though. He's going to have a couple of supports here, guarding his back. They know Heroic has vision, so they might rotate everyone or just leave it at B. They are rotating everyone.
Yeah, it looks to be a big fight. There's a gateway as well, twin gate, that they might want to use to get to the engagement zone. And Schofield is right on the other side. But yeah, they're ready to take a fight here. Roche is at about half HP.
They don't have a Morphling, though. And they are scared to use the portal.
I mean, I can understand why. It's a little bit sketch to take that gateway and immediately get blown up with a roar on the other side, but it's also delaying a lot of the farm time for Heroic, that 3 of their heroes are now stuck on the left side of the map without... They're pretty much in limbo.
They don't have any vision here. Wait, Michael does have a blink dagger, so he can just blink in right now. He does have vision from King Jungles. He knows
Phoenix
where
is
they are.
just across the angle, but Michael gets the drag back. Roar onto the Phoenix, taken down. Don ulti comes out. Frank gets healed up. Roar was used. They're still caught inside the arena. Nice terrorize onto the 2. Frank is going to get taken down. Prada is going to be in trouble. They know there are no more pretty much ultis available on the dire side, except for the Echo Slam, but they used 3 ultis to kill off the Phoenix, who immediately bought back, TP'd in towards the tier 1 tower, and will get the first age of the game secured for Heroic.
Yeah, I really thought the Primal Roar was a little bit too much, but otherwise it was going to just be a supernova, so... I don't really know why also they initiated if they didn't have any damage there. Kotaro doesn't really have much damage to begin with, but he was way back. And this is a first Roshan that I don't believe Heroic is going to use to like get racks or something like that. Maybe like a 1 tier 2 or 2, but this is just a nice boost on the small advantage, economic advantage they have. The thing is that the entire team is only 1k ahead, but the difference between carries is more than 2k, which is an item. Oh.
In the meantime, big fat juicy Echo Slam onto 2 heroes comes into play, and then they get a double kill there for Fusion, which top lane, they're even going to find themselves a King Jungles, which is a dieback. They find 3 quick kills across the map. And just like that, the advantage that they just gained from that team fight topside is nullified completely.
Yeah. The gold actually goes to the other 2 cores. You really want right now to give that advantage to the Draw Ranger, who is really looking, you know, a little bit thin. Okay, she has like 4k gold that hasn't spent. Maybe the Hurricane Pike and then starts fighting. Leo's still in trouble.
Yeah, Leocel with the BKB TP out. They have no way of interrupting a BKB TP this game except for Phoenix Eggstun, but that's impossible to do, really. For the rest, they're most certainly not going to have any heroes that can interrupt the BKB TP.
You're right. Well, Morphling can just burst you down later in the game, not right now. He already has a phylactery, so Candace coming up.
Going for the Tormentor Steel.
Who's gonna get it?
Damage dealt. They get it for BHA. That's a big one. I mean, both of their supports are really good for the facets. The shards. Like the Dark Willow one is also really busted.
Remember when there was only an Aghanim Scepter for some heroes? No facets, no innate abilities, no talents, no.
So much simpler, but then you had like those regen fountains or whatever they were called all over the place.
Yeah, but that was later on though. Okay?
There's always a later and the previous. But Dota's Been a very interesting game. But double kill for Analog is also a very interesting situation right now. Gets the magnetized damage going in. He's got the SNY done, Blade Mill. I don't know what he's getting with the Helm of the Iron Will. Is it just a casual one? Oh, he's going for the Shiva's guard.
Yeah, Shivas works well against the future Satanic that the Draw Ranger might want to get. Also against the
And
Beastmaster
Don's almost done with Ags, so
and
gonna have
you're
Prada
right.
with the big fat AoE healing that also does what 60%? Yeah, 60% evasion in that area.
That's huge, yeah. Well, they didn't really get anything with this Aegis. They actually got caught a couple of times, but they still have time to get something out of it. Analog is going, yeah, for the Shivas, as you mentioned. Blade of Fisk are ready for him. They're just going to siege the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Draw Ranger
Yuma
shows.
almost a standa.
Oh, axe for Draw Ranger ready.
He just bought out the full Ags, which gives Frost Arrows that hypothermia stack, which reduces your regen reduction per stack 10%, which means 70% regen reduction is what you can get from the Drow Ranger. And then you get a kill, it shatters to the enemies nearby. I mean, it's pretty much a slightly better version of his old shard, and that just shows you exactly how broken his old shard was.
Yeah, oh, Analog getting a freebie.
He's
When
finding
it's
those catches all over the place. Katara needs to be careful because in comes Whisper from behind. And does he know? Is he going to guess that
they
it's on the
know.
left side? Yeah, Katara's going to get caught here. No way to get out on the drow. No disengage tools whatsoever.
Yeah, that was just a kill secure from Whisper. Now they can freely push. That smoke is not going to do anything for Fusion. They don't have really any damage, any sort of damage. Godard is playing by himself a lot. Like he's not with the team. He hasn't been able to as well. Oh, there you go.
Echo
Let's see.
slam jump coming in. They
Nice.
drop out Yuma. Going in for more. The roar gets thrown out onto Whisper. There's the Dawn ulti coming in. Whisper tries to stay alive. Phoenix Egg's not gonna. The heal is not gonna be enough. Analog actually goes into the fray, and we'll continue on with the magnetized spam. Nice visual block, but still has magnetized with the stone remnants to continue forward. Prada's dropping lower and lower. This magnetized damage is nutty. Will get himself out of there. They're going to go back in for the continuation of this fight. The target is going to be Schofield, who's slowed down, burning away. And they find 4 kills
Everyone's dying.
for Fusion.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really good. Like really good initiation from the Arrow Shaker against the Morphling. Once the Morphling is gone, then yeah, there's really almost no damage. Analog tried. He is really buffed. He's really well farmed. But he's not a one versus the world kind of hero at this point. Or maybe will ever be. Nice initiation from Leo.
Yeah,
This
big
is a...
catch, blow up the Morphling quickly. And that's the thing.
Ooh, nice.
Whisper misses his chance there to get a good catch onto Frank. But yeah, that's the thing that I find a little bit problematic for the Morphling. You're playing against a Shaker and a Beastmaster. They have, even the Batrider, like they've got pretty good control tools. You're going to need to get the shard on the Morphling quickly. And he is almost done with being able to secure it because the shard is going to be the only thing that keeps you alive.
Yep, you're right. And the Kanda doing its magic. He does have the shard right now, going for the BKB as his next item. Ranger did finish the Daghanim Scepter, but he still isn't as scary as she could be. Needs someone to just be on the front lines for her, let her hit for free, or at least get a couple of hits onto that Morphling. The gap closing on Team Heroic though is insane. Blink Dagger, Mars, Earth Spirit, Morphling. It's hard to keep
Technically,
Draw Ranger
Phoenix
alive.
Icarus dive, but KJ has been getting crushed this game. 8 deaths so far on the Phoenix.
Phoenix and Clockwork are heroes that tend to die a lot, but they also do a lot with whoever little they have.
And
Okay,
Yuma
there.
going for the BKB Satanic next. Any interesting pickups? Whispers going Lincolns against the Roars. Analog. Analog's doing a lot of work with the. In that previous fight, even though they lost 4 heroes, got nothing out of it, he single-handedly almost killed off the entirety of Fusion. Oh,
Watch out, Michael.
yeah, he gets across the pond just in time. Whisper actually drops the arena for this Batrider kill.
Okay, there's no siege then. Oh, another smoke. They really want to make something happen here. Brad tries to steal this. It was just 10 seconds, my man. It's not going to happen for you.
And Panda is gonna get taken down. Kill goes to Yumi, even though Schofield did almost all of the heavy lifting. Leostyle's gonna get spotted out. BKB TP back to base. We'll keep him alive. But the Roche has respawned. That's Roche number 2 with the free banner. That normally tends to mean high ground is a possible.
Yeah, and also you can't really contest this if you're Fusion. Earthshaker just used his BKB to TP out. So this is a free Roche, basically. I believe the Dawnbreaker is going to be up if they try to go for it right now. No, I don't think 10 seconds is going to be fast enough to respawn. Nobody on Fusion is going Roshan's way, so it's just going to be a free Roche here. And as you mentioned, with the banner, might be a set of racks. Especially like the middle racks is the hardest to push. The ones that opens the map the most. Frank. Keeping. Okay, what do we have here? Draw Ranger with the BKB ready. Now Kotar is playing with the rest of his team. Let's see if they can make something happen here. Oh no, this is bad.
Yep. This is a bit of a problem going in. Analog chasing actually BKB onto the Earth Spirit, and Analog is just straight up dead.
Yeah, I thought the rest of Heroic was behind him. That's why he was playing so aggressive. He even got the Batrider to waste his lasso. Let's see, this is a good, not a good timing. Still 40 seconds until Roar. Let's see.
Yeah. They're pretty comfortable at the moment. Kataro is still not in the greatest position in terms of net worth, going Hurricane Pike plus Shard. But all he has to do is stay alive, and he will do enough damage in the team fight. Even just the healing reduction is enough to make that happen.
Schofield getting the shard now. Yuma really close to that BKB. Only 400 gold away. Once he gets that, well, he maybe might not be bursted by the Earthshaker if he reacts fast enough or predicts it, basically. But the Beastmaster is still an option here to keep him pinned down. He does have a shard, so he can morph into strength even if he's stunned.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get an Orchid or Scythe to make it not possible for the Morphling.
Who gets Sight here, though? The Shaker?
Yeah, maybe Beastmaster, but he's going to refresh. I don't know. Batrider? No.
No, that's asking too much from him.
Yeah. He's farming pretty nicely, but not that well. Prada, actually, he's also got the Holy Locket after the Aghanim Scepter, so gets that extra 25% healing amplification on his ulti, which is a lot. Going Guardian Greaves next. Full healing for him, and Morphling, yeah, they do have Shivas at least. But I was thinking Morphling doesn't have Viscati, so they don't have the best healing reduction, but luckily enough, Analog has Shivas. for the 25% heal reduction. Still going to be a lot of healing, though.
Yeah, they want to keep that Ranger alive, whatever it takes. There's no heal reductions here. Oh, there's a Lincoln's here on Mars,
Yeah,
which
Frank
works
has no
really well
way
for
to pop
sieges.
it.
Yeah, works really well for
Roll
sieges.
in.
Watch out.
Jump in onto Whisper. He gave his Lincolns to Analog. Yule Scepters himself tries to stay alive. Echo Slam is going to get dropped, loses his life. There's going to be the Phoenix again. They right click it down in time. One more hit. They take care of it. Frank is going to get feared up in the process. On the side, Kataro's trying to bump out damage, but the Yule Scepter on the Dark Willow is going to keep him alive. And they lose 3 on Fusion. Prada goes for the TP. Out of there will be TPing to safety. Kataro still being chased. In the meantime, has a Shadow Blade bought out. But that fight looked like it should have gone a lot better for Fusion.
Yeah, they took too long on going for Whisper, who's a little bit tanky. Then they tried to go for the egg, and meanwhile Morphling was just hitting freely. So it was just like a priority thing. The order was not right. Draw Ranger, as you mentioned, with a Shadow Blade right now. Maybe he can farm on more riskier part of the map, but still nothing like a dust can't solve, which Phoenix has. They're trying to take control of the map here. Draw Ranger's still solid 5k behind Morphling. That's a whole big item. Morphling really close to the Swift Blink, which is scary. Like he just sells the power threats and goes for a blink.
Yeah, it's looking pretty even Stevens net worth wise. It is even Stevens. Fusion a slight net worth advantage, mainly because Prada is so ungodly farmed on a position 5 Dawnbreaker. That's the big difference, really, between the two sides. Yeah, Whisper is a little bit poorer. He's actually going for Scythe of Ice himself, so they want to get a bit more control in these engagements. DSL is just waiting to get his Octarine core for the cooldown reduction. And then he's going to be able to just be so hard to deal with, especially once he hits level 25, but that's still quite a lot to go.
Let's see. Well, Heroic's still trying to make something happen here. They want to go for the seats right now, which they easily can. Oh, the Eye of Skadi is really close for Morphling. I believe he changed his mind from the Swift Blink. Yeah. He's going for the Satanic instead. Trying to push here on the bottom lane. Draw Ranger still not really a factor in this game. He only has 2 kills, has died 3 times. Has been giving a lot of space, but just the hero doesn't farm as fast. Even when you have Negative Scepter. Watch out. Schofield. Okay. I thought Kotaro was going to show himself. See. Oh, Legion Sphere for Morphling now. So the Primal Roar is going to be countered. Also, Whisper has a Lincoln Sphere, so Morphling can get a double Lincoln Pop for the last one for the Primal Roar. At least the last is not going to be an option here. They don't know Morphling has a Lincoln Sphere, so this is a good timing for Heroic.
It's a good time as any to take a fight. Roche might be up in a minute, but probably going to take a little bit longer. But Katara needs to be very careful. He just popped a Silver Edge. Schofield smoke gets broken. And Katara is going to walk the opposite direction. Needs to be very careful that nobody spots it out. Is going to go for the TP away. Gets out before Yuma spots him and interrupts the TP. So Smoke Gang completely failed. And a good move from Fusion to keep the game going right now.
And what does Analog have? He already finished the Shiva's card, going for the Nocturne Chorus, the next item. Whisper with the Lincoln Sphere, as we mentioned. Let's see, we are on the. Parada, as you said, he is all in for healing, all in for keeping that draw ranger alive. But it doesn't really matter if you keep her alive. If someone is at melee range with her, it gets problematic. The damage output is just not there. Silver Edge here for draw ranger. At least he does have he does have the break mechanic. Watch out, Analog could be the first one.
And
They
the
see
log
him.
in front. He's going to roll in towards Prada and the Estelle, but they're going to try and disengage from the area. Lasso drag will find Schofield, takes him down. No buyback available on Schofield. Two-man arena catch. Qatar pops the BKB. Don ulti comes up on top. Analog is going to be the target here, but the BKB of Kataro has been used, and that means it's time for Analog to chase in deeper. Kataro needs help to disengage. He still is being chased down. Phoenix Egg gets dropped right next to him. Kataro is surrounded by enemies, and that's the big problem. They will lose, however, Whisper on the other end, so at least they managed to make it still hurt for the side of Heroic, as Prada is still trying to run away with Yuma chasing him down. But you will not be able to disengage from this Morphling unless he gets the TP out in time. Adapter Strike not going to be there.
Beautiful.
And he gets the disengage. So a 2-for-1 trade. They lose Kataro, but at least still manage to make it hurt.
Mainly because they leave him alone. Like the only one who's trying to keep him alive is Prada. Like Beastmaster and Earthshaker are trying to do their own thing, going for Mars, going for Dark Willow, but just leaving their win condition by himself. But I mean, I do understand because you don't really want to play behind the Draw Ranger or just really close to the Draw Ranger. But yeah, Draw Ranger is having a hard time here.
Oh, the style. Echo Slam gets dropped. Roar thrown out onto Analog. He doesn't have a BKB for 20 seconds. Frank's trying to pump up the damage, but will go for the TP out instead. They do lose Michael on the side, and yeah, they do lack damage to kill the big tanky cores of Heroic without that Drow Ranger at the ready. And that's going to be Roche. That's third Roche spawning in 5 seconds.
Yeah,
The
and
Aghanim
with this
Scepter.
Roche, yeah, this Rose comes with an Aghanim Scepter that. Who should get this? Like maybe the Earth Spirit? Yeah, Earth Spirit most likely.
I mean, honestly, you could even say Schofield, but probably Earth Spirit. Because it's terrible on Morphling. It actually, the Aghanim Scepter on Morphling is just a... It makes the hero... It makes you actively worse.
It works really well on Dark Willow, as you mentioned, but it's not really his place to do the deal damage at this point. Like you really want more control with their spirit. And now, yeah, it's only 3k for Heroic in terms of net worth, but the difference between carries is getting ridiculous. Like 6k, that's a full-on butterfly difference between Draw Ranger and Morphling. They're going to get one freebie.
They do die pretty quickly if you get hit by an enchant totem smash, and Kataro as well coming in with the right clicks. Also, Learstyle Daedalus is closing in. That is one-shot potential on the hero when you encounter someone and get a lucky crit.
Beast. Oh, okay. They might know Whisper is here. Where's Kotaro? Already Shuriken Pike. He is still not full build. Going for a Daedalus as next item. Kotaro is now looking a little bit scary. He still needs the support of his team though. He is really squishy. He is a glass cannon basically. He does have the Glacier. Just in case for a little bit of positioning. Let's see Leostyle. Leostyle could go in here. There you go.
Big cash coming out, but Analog pops the BKB. He's too tanky to just blow up in one fell swoop. And that is going to be a kill on to Michael instead. Yep. It's just Earthspirit's not a good target. He just has too much HP.
Too much armor as well. He has like 38 armor, so he's not going to get bursted by an Earthshaker's enchant totem. Here's
Maybe if Katara was there, you'd have enough damage. But Drow just ain't there yet. He can't be all over the place.
Yep, and Whisper got the Sight of Ice at the end of the day. He finished it up, going for BKB as the next item. We have, okay, Leostyle with his shard down for the Fisher. Always good, having a little bit extra CC on the team. They are going for the Siege right now. Even with, 2-minute Aegis, you do want to make the best out of it. Taking advantage of the Aghanim Scepter as well on
Frank gonna get jumped.
Spirit.
Hex comes out, quickly going for the kill. There's the Sunray on top as well. Frank's dropping low. Frank is dead. Michael is gonna be next. 2 kills secured. Don ulti used, but
No
probably is
diehards.
gonna be a third one down in the dirt. He's the only one with a buyback available, but he won't have his ult, so the buyback's actually not gonna be that useful. 120 gold for the Beastmaster buyback. Batrider 100 gold away.
Draw
And
Ranger just can't do anything here. Just
he's
try
trying
to
to
split
find
push
an
the
angle,
lane.
but yeah.
Yeah. Just split push the lane. Still there are creeps on the top lane, so they can just finish the game if they want right here. Oh, Leostyle got the bounty rune, so buybacks are
Jump
available
in.
now.
They find the kill onto Schofield. Going in for more. Waveform forward by Yuma. Actually, the Morphling needs to be careful. Is losing his first life. And on the side, Frank is going for the backline control. Well, they continue on with the fight here. Hex onto Katara. There's going to be the Lasso Drag onto the Morphling. Stun is there. Lock is there. Yuma is done. Big catch coming out. It was a triple buyback, though, by Fusion.
Yep.
So a lot of money invested into this return kill.
Yeah, a lot of money, and they have to make something happen with this because Morphling doesn't have a buyback. They obviously don't know, but at least trying to force it in their minds. They do need to make something happen here. Otherwise, it's just going to be a reset for Heroic, and the story is going to repeat itself. They don't really have 3 buybacks to spend this time around. Good play from Whisper, pushing the lane at the bottom.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
Well, Lysel, he has 6 grand, but needs to make sure that he has buyback money at the ready as well.
Is under attack.
Has the gem, which interesting to see him carrying the gem,
Dire's bottom tower is about to
considering they only have a Phoenix with a Glimmer Cape, and for the rest they don't have Invis heroes.
Maybe it's about the vision.
Yeah, obviously counter warding and such is always going to be a big plus. It's just he is close to that Daedalus if he wants to be able to purchase it completely. Speaking of it, Daedalus, Drow Ranger, Kataro is soon able to buy his own as well for the extra added damage that is needed in these engagements. But it does show that Yuma can die on the Morphling, so he is not invulnerable and he should not play that way.
Also, well, the Draw Ranger is waging a big bet here. He was saving for buyback, but just spent everything for the Daedalus. That's coming in the next camp, basically. After that, might be the timing for Fusion to go on the offensive because they've been just reacting so far. But right now, Kotaro is a heavy hitting hero. If they manage to get the jump in and burst someone with Kotaro, then they might have a chance.
Yeah, Katara also got the level 25 talent, so he has a 50% chance now for the marksmanship procs if no one stands, right next to him. But he needs to be careful. King Jungles walking in. Kataro, Hurricane pikes himself back, and he stay out of harm's way. In the meantime, Leosel is pushing bottom lane with the catapult waves. doing some decent damage here on the buildings.
Yeah, he does have a BKB TP if anyone comes. So he's not as scared. Oh, almost.
It's a little bit spooked there, quickly trying to disengage. There is a Bat Rider nearby in case it's needed, but he is going to get the BKB TP back to base. 5k net with lead for Heroic, but is it that important at this stage in the game?
Let's see, they do want to get this Draw Ranger. No, Whisper doesn't really have the damage. Morphling was far behind. If they get the Draw Ranger, the game's over because she doesn't have a buyback. And Kotaro knows this, that's why he's not showing as much.
Barracks have fallen.
Next Roche might respawn in 10 seconds. And that one has a refresher, so really big for Mars if they get it. Really big for Beastmaster as well, because that would be 3 Primal Roars.
Oh, it's
Or
actually
2
going to spawn Dire Side. So it will be another
so
Aghanim Scepter.
Another Acceptor, yeah.
I guess you're probably looking at Dark Willows then. Or Phoenix is so risky.
Dire's middle tower
And Mars
Yeah.
is
attack.
meh.
Just not useful, yeah. At least with Dark Willow, you can do a little bit of damage from the distance. To the Bat Rider or something like that.
Hey, you just get Moonshard and then all of a sudden you do tons of damage.
Yep. Riftling ready for Morphling. He is basically full build. See, they want to do the wrap around. Kotaro is dangerously placed on the line that Heroic just drew on the minimap. They might find him.
Schofield have one in front. Schofield has an Aeon Disc. And King Jungles has an Aeon Disc at the ready. He just needs to combine it with the Vitality Booster. So these supports, very obnoxious to kill. They don't have nullifiers to deal with them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's going to be very problematic for them to try and break through the double Aeon Disc. It gives the chance for the Phoenix Egg to be popped and such.
Yeah, no, non-nullifier as well. You don't really want a nullifier as a Drone Ranger. Maybe it's a Beastmaster, but Beastmaster is going the utility way. He's going for the Overwhelming Blink as the next item. Let's see. Well, there's still a 6k gap between carry and carry, and that's like a huge item difference. Just like a one big item. So Roche is coming with an Aghanim Scepter. It's coming for Dark Willow. One more Aegis, and this might be, you know, what Yuma needs in order to break the base finally.
Life springs eternal.
I think they have 3 Roshan banners. Actually,
has them?
they did use one, I guess, previously for the top racks. But they used to have 2, and now they have 2 once again. There's the Vision Gain from the Dawnbreaker. They know exactly where Heroic are playing.
Let's see. Michael does have an Aether Lens here. Going for the BKB as his next item. Kotaro does have bottle up amplify damage.
Okay. Are they going to go for that high ground push? Still very
They
risky.
should. Yeah, but they know have an Aegis, so they shouldn't be as scared. They also have 2 Leaken Spheres. So the initiations are going to be hard for fusion.
Marzel's level 25 now. Yuma on the Morphling's level 25. Analog's to 25. Magnetized Undispellable is going to be pretty important. They're smoked up, walking further forward towards the fountain here.
Oh, this is...
And they will get themselves a 2-man catch on the supports. Echo Slam in response. Is it going to do anything? No, they pop the BKBs in time. No buyback available. They will get the buyback just in the nick of time on both the heroes. They just got the money for it. Dawn ulti comes up. King Jungle's trying to run away. On the side, there is some damage coming through. King Jungle's taken down. Frank has another buyback in case it's needed, and they want to get back in action. But they are going to get the control in onto the SL, and that will be every buyback pretty much used except for Kotaro on the side of Fusion if they want to defend this, because Yuma still has that Aegis, and he is really feeling pretty confident, especially with the Earth Spirit behind him to possibly save him.
Yeah, Yuma is just really hard to deal with. He's just going to destroy every single building here, hitting basically for free. He didn't even lose the Aegis of Immortal here. Oh, this could be game.
The style pops BKB, but Yuma
this is
gonna
good.
lose that Aegis. First life gone. Can they get anything going for a second? It's 23k net worth lead as well for the side of Heroic.
The thing is, they can just reset and do this again. Phoenix is up in 10 seconds, and they will have all their ultimates, Arena of Blood already off cooldown. And just round 2, last racks, get the Megas. Well, there's a melee racks on top lane, but still, not for long.
Yeah. Keep splitting the push going. There is a lasso drag, but this is gonna come in. Plus the defensive Yules comes through. Yuma gets skill onto Mikael. Leostal second one to be chased. The spear is actually gonna clip onto him, so Leostal is dying back. Control onto Kotaro. Drow Ranger in the fountain. Almost Yule Scepter is gonna keep him going, but he is dead. Is gonna have a buyback at the ready. But yeah, indeed, it looks like that should be game. Don't really see them holding on.
Yeah, I don't. If he's not buying back, they're just talking about like why they lost and stuff like that.
Well, he bought back, immediately got hit by the brambles, and their ancients drop, and they don't have a fortification. He's gonna get X'd up as well. Miss Spear, Dawn ulti in, but it's over. Said and done, and Heroic advance on in the upper bracket while knocking Fusion down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, Heroic is going to be facing off against Hokori. I